welcome to the Australian Grand Prix in Melbourne for what no doubt will be an intense day of racing. So here we are at Albert Park Circuit, 3.28 miles around, with the streets making for a bumpy surface with little undulation. There are 14 corners around the lake, with the best passing opportunities coming at turn 1 and turn 3. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Perez, Russell, Carlos Sainz and Hamilton, Baker, Norris, Ricciardo and Guan Yu Zhou, Fernando Alonso, Gasly, Yuki Tsunoda and Mick Schumacher, Bottas, Vettel, Kevin Magnussen and Alex Albon, Stroll and Nicholas Latifi. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. Natalie Pinkham joins me once again in the commentary box. It's fantastic to have you with us today. I'm curious though, how do you think the drivers stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
Well, I imagine they'll be starting to feel the adrenaline as they anticipate the rundown into turn 1, a bit like preparing to go into battle. The unknown situation will bring nerves, but that's a good thing. It'll keep them focused on the moment and on their surroundings as we build towards the start of the Grand Prix.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Okay, here we go. Australian Grand Prix. This is a tough track, 14 corners,
So everything looks good on the power
and
cycles, so let's concentrate on bringing
it was a
time
really
and
tough
braking
race. We'll see what's going on, and here we go. We're doing the formation lap. Fast track, trying to warm up the tires right now. As you can see, we're P7. I did better qualifying in this race. I think last race I was like at the back. So we did better this race, and we're hoping for a better finish than last race. Even though I think we did pretty good last race. I don't remember exactly, but I don't know. I don't remember where we were. I think we started way back like in 14th, and we finished pretty good. So we'll try to do a little better this time. We got Hamilton in front of us, Norris and Ricciardo behind us. Sainz is up in front of us. All the regulars are up there, Verstappen. Who else is up there? Leclerc and I don't know, the Ferraris are up there. But you saw when we get up, it's funny, when we were doing our formation lap stop, we kind of almost spun out. So that was kind of funny. We don't want that. Then we come into here, and we're coming up to the start-finish line. We're going to try to get a good parking job so we can get a good launch. And here we go. We're going to try to park. Hamilton's going to go to the right. We know Sainz is going to be in front of us. But he kind of stops a little early there, and I think that threw me off.
Okay, not the best placement there,
And I ended
Let's
up
try
with
and
a
get good launch
terrible,
as the race starts.
terrible spot
Keep an eye
in
on
the
the lights.
block.
The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid is formed. Be ready with
You
the
can
clutch.
see how far back I am, so that's not good. And here we go. We get 3 reds, 4 reds, 5 reds. Green lights, and away we go. Coming down to this first corner, it's always tough. We got to fight for positions. Norris and Ricciardo go flying by us, but we take them back. And we try to stay right on Hamilton. Ricciardo's coming on our outside. We managed to outbrake everybody into that turn, and we end up in P5, right on Russell's tail. So we couldn't have asked for a better start. can see we're riding right on the lines, trying to use up all the track. And when we get into this section here, when I get into 8th, usually I'll start using the battery a little bit to try to close the gap. Make a good turn there, just nip that corner there, which is perfect for that corner. Little late break in there. The exits, it's hard to stay up with Russell and the group in front because they're all so fast on the exits, which if I go that fast, I will lose the back end. And you can see they have a much better exit out of that last turn than I do, but we're going to try to keep up with them. We've got some sections of the track where we're stronger. We're definitely stronger braking. They're stronger accelerating. So you can see we get kind of a later break than them, and we can close the gap there. And here they're not super fast, so we can stay with them here. We can stay with them through this section. Ooh, what a little wobble, almost lost it there. We managed to hang on for dear life. It's so easy to lose the car in this F122. It was much, much easier in 21. So we're right on Russell's tail now. We're trying to set him up for a pass through this next section. We get a great exit. We get on the battery. And we're going to take him on the outside. Going to be brave. Go around the outside, and we got him. We get it done. We really hurt his exit. See, he's down 7 100ths now. This is the section we just can't seem to close on anybody. And look at Russell. He went from 7 to 4. So we're losing 3 100ths through that section. That's the only section we're weak in. Every other section we managed to do pretty good. Every other corner, I should say. We're good through here. We got Sainz in front of us in 3rd place. So now we're thinking at this point, we're not doing too bad. Maybe we can get a podium. If I can put some room between me and Russell, keep him out of DRS, maybe open up a gap, stay with these front guys, maybe I can get a podium out of this. I know it's early, it's only lap 3, a lot can happen, but that's what we're hoping. Closing in on Sainz through that section. We're going to try to close in a little more out of here. We don't use the overtake there. We decide to save it. We use DRS instead. Close the gap a little bit. Up in front, we got Verstappen and Leclerc. They're not really fighting it out. They're just kind of following each other. So we're in kind of a little bit of a train here. But you can see how much faster they are than us out of that last corner. It's ridiculous. I guess if I ever come back to this track for another round, I'm going to have to really work on that last corner. But we're managing to stay close, and we've opened up a gap behind us. And that means Russell is out of DRS. So hopefully we can start to create some space. Yeah, look, he's falling back even more. 1.3 seconds, 1.4 seconds. He's falling back. We decided to use a little battery there, get real close to Sainz. Maybe we can get him here. Are we going to go inside or outside? It looks like he hugs there. We're going to go outside again. We break out a little bit later that time, but we're fine. We hold on coming through. Now we're in P3. Little wobble out of there. Trying to stay close with the guys in front of us. Trying to use the same strategy. Maybe I can get close to those guys in front, and maybe I can open up a gap on Sainz. But there's no gap yet. He's right on my tail. see if I can open up the gap. I don't want to fall out of DRS with the guys in front. If I do, I'm going to be sitting duck for Sainz. Our fastest lap so far is 122.139. Not bad. I'm within a half a second of Leclerc, staying in DRS. Sainz is almost a second behind. Oh, he just fell a second behind. So we got a good shot of getting him out of DRS. And here we are. We just hit the DRS line, and now he's out. So now, hopefully, we can put a gap between us and Sainz. Toughest section right there. A little wobble again.
Okay, the pit window's open.
All right,
Select
it's
the
almost
box
time
this
to
lap.
pit.
Box
We're
this
in
lap.
P3. It's a great sign. Maybe we can stay in P3 and have a nice pit. Maybe we can open up that gap even more. Managing to stay with the leaders. Sainz is out of DRS.
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of it.
And our tires are getting a little slippery here. I can feel the car starting to wobble a little bit. So we just got to hold on till we get to the pits. Managed to get close to Leclerc there. Come in here, looking good. And then oh my God, we almost spun out, but we saved it. We were going sideways there. Well, now we're in trouble because Sainz is back in DRS and he's fighting us on the inside. So that's going to give the leaders a big gap because by Sainz fighting us and us spinning, now we're over 2 seconds behind. Let's come in and hopefully we'll get a good pit stop here. Bang, perfect pit stop. Optimal. There they go, there goes the leaders.
Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one.
We're trying to stay right behind them. Hopefully we can get near DRS, but there they go. They're off. And they're 2 seconds up on us. So that means it looks like Verstappen. Looks like they're in each other. They're in DRS. Leclerc's in DRS, and we're out. So we're in no man's land here. We got Latifi in DRS, but not really super worried about him because I know he's one of the slower cars. But we still got to try to have a good outlap here. Decided to use some of our battery here just to get some space between us and Latifi. This is that section where we almost spun last time. Well, where we did spin. I don't know how we saved that, by the way. We managed to open a good gap between us and Latifi. Teammates in the pits.
Fernando's in the pits.
And here we go. Let's see where we are. I know we lost some time. And we end up coming out right behind Perez in 4th place.
The car ahead's coming to fit the medium.
What are we going
Car
to do?
ahead now running medium tyres.
We're going to probably try to take him here. But he comes down on us and hits us. What the heck was that? I don't get that move at all. He gave us a good bump. We have nobody in front of us, and Perez is in our DRS, so this could be tricky. I'm using the battery, see if I can open up some space, and I do 4, 5, half a second. I gotta get him out of DRS, 6.
And gap to the car in front.
But I'm out of
is
battery.
4.8 seconds.
Not good. Now I have no way to fend him off. He's got DRS on me, and I have no battery left. I can see him in my mirrors. And I know we're slow out of here. We're just not fast out of there, and everybody else is. And look at him closing on us now. Perez is 3 100s. Just gonna get worse because I think we're coming up to a DRS zone right there. And now he's 1. And there he goes inside of us. We decide to fight him a little bit. We can hold him off there. That was good. It's a 2-car race for 3rd. But Russell's starting to creep up too, I noticed.
Okay, clear.
Excuse me. There goes Perez. He just flies by
Got some
us.
information on the Hamilton
He must
for you.
have a lot of
Right, they've
battery
got a
left.
serious car issue. It looks like they're retiring.
So Perez flies by us, and Russell's within 2 100s and closing. Going to try to stay close to Perez, but now because Perez is in front of us, we get DRS. That's going to help us a little bit. Maybe we can make a gap between us and Russell. We need that DRS because we're out of battery. Our overtake, we only have 23%. There goes Russell. I decide to give him a little bit of squeeze. And I think he spun out or something because all of a sudden he's falling back like over a second. Yeah, he dropped way back there. I don't know what happened to him. I didn't hit him, but maybe I scared him.
Caution, caution.
What a track though. Look at this place. This place is fast. You're up to 200 miles an hour on this back part. Beautiful corner there. Oh, now I'm close to Perez. But I look up, I got 5 laps left. I don't want to pass him here. I want to just stay within DRS, try to save some battery. Maybe I can take him on the last lap. That's my plan. But I overdrive there. That's going to hurt. Now I'm going to have to jump on our battery just to keep up. There we go. We're using it up. Because we need to stay within
Be aware,
DRS.
these tyres need to go the distance. Gap to your teammate behind is
Miss an apex there.
9.3 seconds.
Just driving a little bit sloppy, maybe trying to push a little too hard. Again, miss another apex. Hit that one. But had 3 kind of suspect corners in a row. I'm going to need to use every ounce of what I got left in battery here. And there I go. I'm draining it out. 6%, 5%, 4%. I gotta stay within DRS. Alright, we're within DRS now. And we got a big gap behind us. We got 4 more laps left. Trying to stay as close as we can. guess this track's in Melbourne, Australia. That'd be a nice place to go someday, Australia. It's an interesting country, I think. It looks like this track was built around the lake. If you look to the right, you see water. Looks like the track goes on the outskirts of the lake, which is pretty cool. Alright, we got our DRS. We're trying to close the gap a little bit. Here we go. Three 100ths. So we're pretty close. See if we can hang in there better there. And there he goes, sailing away from us in this section. We just can't keep looking how fast they are out of that section. The last two corners are brutal for me. You can see Verstappen's about 5 seconds in front of us. He's really got a good gap on us, so this is our only chance for podium unless the front two cars tangle. Is to get Perez. Perez is getting faster. It's getting hard to keep up with. I'm draining my battery again just to try to keep up with him. He's just faster.
Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps.
His tires are 1 lap fresher than mine. Alright, I think we're coming down to the last lap here. This is what we've been waiting for. I'm trying to just manage our car and trying to get close to him here. This is what was our plan, to get close and pass him on this lap. We make a good section there. We decide to hold off, not use the battery through there. We're within DRS. So now we're going to have our battery through here, our good section. And here we go, 6. I think I made a mistake. I think we have 1 more lap. I keep thinking that this is the last lap, but it isn't. We have 1 more lap. So we're within striking distance. Again, we overdrive that corner a little bit, and that's going to give him a big gap. And here we go.
Okay, this is your final lap.
All right, this is our last lap. Sorry about that. Excuse me. So we're close. Oh, I overdrove it again. That was a bad mistake. I think if I made a good corner there, I could have had a shot at him. But now look at him. I only got 12% battery left. I'm going to have to use it all right here. And I make a bad gear shift. I should have went to 6th there and I stayed in 7th. That was really, really bad. And that lost me a podium right there. Just lost concentration. Was in the wrong gear. And now I have no chance. And then a wobble on top of it. I think I got rattled. But That's racing. P4 is nothing to sneeze at. So now we know we have no chance at the podium, and we're just going to take P4. Boom. That was a tough race. A really, really tough race. We tried the best we could. We had a spin almost, and we saved it. We had a couple wobbles. I can honestly tell you, I was exhausted after this race. I was so tired. And I had to go to work. So, I was up against the clock to boot.
How do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
So now we look at the celebrations.
Good, consistent driving, nailing the corners, working to the track conditions, and perfecting the team strategies. They got all those things right today, and the results speak for themselves.
Look at those cars, huh? Boy, those things got some technology in them.
Looking at the podium, you can see that red suit familiar to fans across the globe. A world-class win for a world-class team.
I guess we'll just listen to the celebration a little bit.
Do it again. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship.
All right.
And with today's
So we get 12
impressive
points.
result, Charles Leclerc steps into the championship lead. Let's focus on the
Our
driver
partner
of the
didn't
day.
do too good.
Natalie
Our
Pinkham.
teammate,
Come
he
on,
got 2
who do you pick?
points.
I have to give it to Baker. They demonstrated
won
a
driver
very
of the
delicate
day.
touch in close proximity to other cars, as well as shown a lot of maturity and patience in difficult situations.
Let's move on to the constructors. It was a tough race for our championship leaders who lose ground at the top of the table. It was also a strong Grand Prix from Haas F1 this weekend. Fantastic work from the American team to move themselves further up the table. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time out? Be sure to join us once again as we continue to bring you all the excitement of Formula One.
Alrighty. Well, I hope you liked it. If you did, please like and subscribe. Please ring the bell for future notifications. And I will see you next time.